Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been too long. I'm so happy to be back. I just got really busy first semester. I tried to post and made different videos, but it just wouldn't really work out. This week I'm doing a little bit of a different video. I'm planning on hopefully mass shooting a bunch of content so then I can just edit throughout this full year, second semester, hopefully. Like, it won't last me the whole time, but like, you know, just be able to edit and put up more consistently. So this week I am doing a frequently asked question of teen Christians. So basically I found some questions online. I posted on a Facebook page to see if anyone will give me any questions. And I have some on my computer that I'll answer to the best of my abilities. Again, these answers won't exactly be, there will be scriptures in the Bible for them, but I have not pulled any scriptures. So these are just coming from a teenage perspective who does read the Bible. The first question I found on here says, how do I know what God's will is? And this is like one of those deep philosophical questions that I honestly can't tell you. And the best way I can describe what God's will feels like is just imagine if you were on a path and you were walking along the path and you try and open, and then you come across about 3 doors and you try and open every door and it's just locked. Like, one's locked and you're just like jamming at the door and it just won't open. Obviously, like in this metaphor, that wasn't God's will. But when you get to the other door, you know, you fight these 2 doors and then you get to the 3rd door and you open it and it opens so easily and you realize that it opens to like this beautiful forest or something. Then you're like, wow, you know, like that was God's will, you know what I mean? And that's the best way I can describe it, where it kind of feels like there's no other option but that one. So the next question is, how can you tell what music is good and what is bad? Okay, so I was actually talking to someone about this yesterday. How do you tell if the music is good or if music is bad? Basically, my thing is, what doesn't make you struggle? If it makes you struggle as a disciple, or a Christian with your purity, or if you have a problem with cursing, you know, if that song makes you struggle, then you probably shouldn't be listening to it. The other, I guess 2 rules of thumb I have is would I play it to my grandma? And if I wouldn't, then I probably shouldn't be listening to it. Or if it came on shuffle and I had one of my friends that I was reaching out to or trying to invite to church and they heard it, would I be embarrassed? Because obviously we should be an example at all times, not just in front of people, you know what I mean? We also have to live a life as an example all the way around. We can't have any skeletons in the closet. So that's the best way I just differentiate with music. It's different with everyone. The next question is, how can you take a stand with or for your friends? Like standing up to people or just saying hey, you shouldn't be gossiping, or hey, you shouldn't be doing this and that. I think it's a realization that when you are in fear of that moment of going, hey, you shouldn't be gossiping, or hey, you shouldn't be saying that, you shouldn't be cursing, whatever, you make it more about you and preserving your own kind of, I don't want to say livelihood, but just you're making it about you and your reputation. But that's not really what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to really be about God, and obviously God will be glorified if, you know, you're not listening to gossip. So it's just one of those things. So the next question is, how do you separate from bad friends without hurting them or making them think you're stuck up? How can I be a witness to my friends and still be accepted? So this is 2 just questions. I'm okay. So how do you separate from bad friends? I'll break it up. How do you separate from bad friends without hurting them or making them think you're stuck up? So there will be friends that are really understanding and there won't. I've told my friends this many times. You may get the people who are okay, that's fine. You guys may naturally drift apart, but if you do have to call it quits, you know, who cares what they think? You're glorifying God. You know what I mean? It's just they may not give you the best reaction, and every time my friends are yeah, I shouldn't be hanging out with this person, oh, can you help me with this and that, I always tell them, I'm prepare for the worst just to make sure that you can be strong enough to take it. and then if you get a better reaction, then that's better. You know what I mean? But just like separating yourself from bad friends, sometimes you can just drift apart and be like, oh, hey, I need like some space to figure some stuff out, or just, you know, I'm going through a lot right now. I just need some space to figure out where I stand with God and stuff like that. That's like my best like advice I guess I could give someone in that regard. The second part was, how can I be a witness to my friend without, or my friends, without being like not accepted? And you can't. Da-da-da. We are Christians. We are made to stand out. So we're not supposed to be accepted to this world or in this world. We're not really supposed to fit in truly. So I think if you do like, you know, want to be a Christian example to your friends, you're probably going to do some stuff that they wouldn't do. And I don't think you should limit yourself to fitting in just to look normal or feel normal or act normal, because that's not what God calls you to do. So I think with that question, how can I be a witness to my friends and still be accepted? You can't. You won't be accepted by everyone. Everyone won't like you. And that's just kind of the bitter truth about being a Christian, especially as a teenager. We're at a time where we're craving fulfillment from others, but God, He's saying that I'm the only person who can truly fulfill you, and you need to follow me if you want to be fulfilled. And that doesn't exactly always line up with the world. There will be some things where you and your friends will be on the same page on, and there will be some things that'll go over your head or go over their head, and that's just what happens.